this is Charly, and I'm coming to you with your daily dose of business inspiration. Topic number 225, the power of patience, but I'm going to put a bit of a slant on it. As always, I encourage discussion. I acknowledge that I may say something that upsets you. Well, not upsets you, but that you disagree with. And disagreement is great. Disagreement is such a powerful thing because it allows us to enhance our own understanding of something by understanding where someone else is coming from. So I really want to hear, if I say something that you disagree with, I really want to hear about it in a mutually respectful manner. I hope that makes sense to you. Today, though, I want to talk about the power of patience, and I want to talk about it with a slightly different slant in terms of why we need to be patient with our teams and with our clients and our subcontractors and whoever else while they learn and while they develop their own expertise and their own understanding. And so it was a really interesting point. We were, what was it? It was a coaching, monthly coaching session for someone recently. And the discussion got around to how are you honoring your own time? Are you letting someone help you? You know, are you letting someone come in and help you? Or is it hitting the fact that their standard isn't as good as yours and you just want it done a specific way? Can you step back enough to let someone develop their own techniques, their own standards, and bring their standards up to what you want? Or do you just come in across the top and do it? And there were so many people in that group saying, oh, it's just so easier to do it ourselves. You get it and you get so frustrated. And it's true. I do it. I'm sure you do it too. You get so frustrated. It's like, that's not how I want it done. I want it done this way. Oh, just give it to me. I'll do it. And, you know I say that, just give it to me. I'll do it. I've had people do that to myself. I'm learning. I can't learn unless I do. And I can't learn if you're going to be going crook at me all the time for doing it wrong. I need to make those mistakes so that I can stop making those mistakes. That's what I want to talk about today is patience and how you can develop it and maybe bring some techniques in to help you develop it while you're teaching your team to do things and people to help you. There is a training technique, and I mentioned yesterday it was going to be about my dog training. I'm sorry. It was such a fundamental thing to me when I learnt these techniques, training my dogs, that I really wanted to sort of bring them into my life, and I did bring them into my life. There is a technique in training called operant conditioning. And that involves reinforcing positive behaviors and strategically ignoring or withholding reinforcement for undesired behaviors. Now, I learned that through dog training. I have successfully used it in child rearing, and I'm not saying I train my kids like I trained my dogs, but it's a very similar technique, very similar principles. And it is something that I do when I'm training my teams as well, and training people that I'm working with so that they can learn and they can develop their own expertise and their own skills. To me, that's a really important thing, by the way, is letting people feel empowered enough that they can go and do something for themselves without having to wait for someone to come and do it for them. There's a term, and it's about low expectations. If you don't expect someone to perform well, they won't. If you don't expect someone to be able to do something, why would they ever develop the ability to do that if you don't expect that of them? They don't need to. You're going to do it for them. The path of least resistance, you're going to do it for them. All fine by me. I'm a little more stubborn than that, but all fine by me. You go do that for me. So what we want to do is break out of that and say to someone, no, we know you can do this. We have utter faith that you can do this, and you're going to learn how to do it. We need to be patient when we do it. So the thing, and we can actually use operant conditioning too to reward ourselves for being patient. So the first thing we need to do is reward positive behavior whenever we see it. So prioritize recognizing and rewarding the behaviors you want to see more of. This could be through praise, incentives, or public acknowledgement. Now, do you see how this is all starting to pull in with stuff I've been talking about all the way through this podcast? You've got to be, you've got to recognize good behavior. You need to know how to give feedback, constructive feedback for poor behavior. But you've got to when we're trying to teach someone a new skill or how to do it, we need to prioritize recognizing and rewarding the behaviors we want to see more of. So what that means is we don't, when we see them do something wrong, say, "What are you doing? That's wrong." I'll come back to it, but we don't do that. What we do is when we're seeing them do something good in that, and they've done something good, go, "This is really good work. This bit here, this is great work." We can bring that up. Then we can go back to the other bit. So if a team member consistently delivers quality work, reward them with praise or a bonus and encourage that continual excellence. You will be amazed how once you start doing that, other team members are like, "Oh, I wonder if I can be part of that. That looks pretty cool." The other thing that you can do is ignore minor unacceptable behavior. Now, you notice I say minor unacceptable behavior. Instead of reacting to every small mistake, strategically ignore the minor issues that don't significantly impact outcomes. Focus on rewarding the positive behaviors instead. You see, I'm saying that again. I'm actually going to talk about my kids in this one. Well, not my kids, but kids in general. Let's say that you want the kids to put the dishes in the dishwasher so that you can put the dishwasher on of a night, but you come out and there's crap all over the counter. Well, you can't ignore all of it. But what happens when you come out and most of the dishes are in the dishwasher and there's one or two pieces left out on the side? Well, what you can do is you can say, "Hey guys, the dishwasher's stacked. That's fantastic. What we're going to do is we're just going to put these last pieces in and we can turn it on." See how we didn't ignore it, but we did acknowledge that this wasn't right. We're going to put them in the dishwasher. But look, you did a great job. Thank you so much for getting the dishwasher mostly stacked. Maybe next time it'll get better. Don't say that, but that's what you're thinking. So if a team member is occasionally late but performs well, we can ignore their tardiness unless it becomes habitual, and we can focus on rewarding their strong performance. It's a very, very fine line though, because as it says there, unless it becomes habitual. So look, I'm late sometimes. I get so tied up in what I'm doing, like, oops, I forgot I've got to move, and I'm 5-10 minutes late. I actually try to be 5 to 15 minutes early so that I'm not wasting someone else's time and I don't get into that habit of getting late. But there you go. We need to be patient in shaping behaviors, and this is where our patience is going to come in. Understand that change takes time. Everything we do in this respect, we're taking very small, defined steps towards a desired behavior, and being patient as these behaviors develop consistently is key. We can't rush the process. We are not going to make something happen any faster if we push at it and we try to rush it. We have to step back and let someone try. We have to step back and let someone fail. And it's really hard sometimes letting someone fail, but they're going to have to fail so that they can work out what they haven't done. We can be there to help pick them up. We can be there to help them work out what's not working, but to step in and take it over because they're not doing the right thing, or it's not working, or it's not to our standard, can't do it. Need to take small steps towards consistently good behavior. So one example I've got here is to promote punctuality. Start by rewarding improvements in on-time attendance. Gradually raise the expectations as the behavior improves. So someone who is habitually 10 minutes late, when they're 10 minutes late, so we've started the meeting. First thing I would do, by the way, for a meeting is start the meeting, whether they're there or not, even if they're the only person in the meeting. No, I started the meeting. You're just going to have to catch up. That's the first thing I would be doing. Then what I would be doing is as they start coming in a bit earlier every time, it's like, oh, great. Hey, that's an improvement. Well done. You're only 5 minutes late this time. You've got less to catch up. Oh, you're 3 minutes late. Fantastic. You're on time. Great. Now we can get started. And we're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for being on time. See, we start improving it. And the more we praise them, the more reinforcement we give them for the good behavior, the more they will try to exhibit that behavior. The idea, though, of ignoring the minor unacceptable behavior is also a key part to that. Just because they do it wrong or they don't do it to our standard isn't, if we go back and focus on that, they're going to feel like they're a failure, that they've done something wrong, that this isn't working and they're not good enough. Maybe. But by ignoring it and saying, hey, listen, this was great. Here's what we're going to do for next time, that you can start teaching them those things. So using the whole idea of operant conditioning is that you use it in tandem with patience. You need to be patient to guide the behavior over time. You're fostering a positive work environment and achieving sustainable success. So important. Okay. I have gone on a bit. It's a little different to what we normally do. And I'm really happy to say that, I truly believe in this. I truly believe that I need to let my team members try something and fail so that the next time they do it, they can do it better. I have to myself hold back from that. I'll just do it myself. It's quicker because it might be quicker this time. But it won't be quicker next time when I've got so many things on my plate and I haven't trained someone how to do it. Or I've tried to train someone and they still don't know how to do it because I keep stepping in and doing it for them. This is about my long-term objectives, to have a business where I've got people who can support me so that I can move on and do different things within my business that make my business grow, that help my business grow. What do you guys think? A bit different, bit out there, I know. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave comments below. Come across to my locals community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com, and join in the community there. As always, please, guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. I know everyone gets busy and it's really hard to remember that you've got to go and listen to your podcast of the day. This podcast does drop at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. I don't miss a day. And the notification on your phone may be just enough that you can start playing it while you're doing whatever it is you're doing and listen to me in the background. Listen to me chatter on in the background. Guys, thank you so much again. I'm having a ball doing this series. I'm loving it. I hope you are enjoying it as much as I am. Tomorrow, looks like we're going to be doing topic number 226. I think it's 226. I'll work it out. I've messed my numbers up the other day. The art of strategic thinking. I think that's what we're doing tomorrow. I may change it up a bit when I look at the other topics and see what fits in better with what we've been discussing here. Bye, guys. Bye.